Asmongold is doing things again.
Everybody is always talking and thinking about me because I'm very interesting, and everybody always likes thinking about what I'm saying.
That is true, because it's rare to find an individual who can be that wrong, that ignorant, constantly, and absolutely never learn from his mistakes, or even refuse to acknowledge that he is ever incorrect. It is blissful ignorance at its finest.
Thinking about what I'm talking about, and everybody talks about why does anybody give a shit about what I'm saying, but what they don't realize is that they're doing that right now. So somebody goes,
That's such a great argument. Oh, people don't care what I have to say, but they're thinking about me when I'm in front of them. Yeah, that's typically how this happens. Yes.
and they say, why does this random fucking guy have such a large platform? Like, I've never seen him say or do anything remotely interesting or impressive. Not hating on what he said, I'm just confused by Asmongold.
I mean, his World of Warcraft things were kind of impressive and interesting, that is for sure. But now we're in a better stage of life.
Gold's existence. All I know is that he looks like a loser and he says something retarded every couple of weeks or something.
True?
If someone doesn't serve a purpose to me, I don't think they deserve to exist in this world, period.
Oh, that's a little bit harsh. So basically, you don't know someone or think they aren't interesting means they don't deserve to exist in a space where they don't, where they have been very successful. That's odd. Honestly, that's not an odd take at all. A little bit extreme, but not exactly odd. Just extreme.
I'm evil as fuck. Here's the reason why everybody listens to me.
Okay.
It's because I've been right about everything. That's the reason.
I seem to remember a lot of videos where he has flat out been completely incorrect about a lot of things, but that's okay.
And why they listen to me. People listen to my news today to find out what's going to happen tomorrow. Because when I said Black Myth Wukong...
Listen, I honestly don't think that's a joke. Anyone else, I would say, yeah, that's a joke. But I don't think. Asmongold is literally that goddamn arrogant. He has been isolating himself in an echo chamber for years at this point, and anyone who disagrees with him pretty much just gets banned. Or something. So there is absolutely no way that he does not think that that's true, especially when his audience is a bunch of 10-year-olds who can't even actually try and disagree with them because they're gonna just chicken out instantaneously.
Was gonna be crazy, and it was gonna be like world changing, like level changing, like years ago. People said no, that's not true.
Well, it isn't true. Black Myth Wukong is a great game, but it hasn't changed the world in the slightest.
Just give me another Chinese piece of shit. When I said Stellar Blade was actually...
Also, that's not a hot take. Listen, I said that Black Wukong currently, even when we just got the release news about it, looks great. And I said it's probably going to be an amazing game, even though I was fearful about the Chinese aspect of it because of the propaganda being annoying. But granted, most people don't even know what Chinese propaganda nowadays is. Ever seen those Twitter videos that go viral about, oh my god, look at these Chinese children. They are doing stretches and whatnot in classrooms where they're 7. Yeah, that's literally Chinese run propaganda. It's literally made to be propaganda by China. People don't even know that.
Looking really good. And then I had a valid criticism about the combat that the developers identified and then showed explicit feedback about the combat that made it look better. Then I was right about that. When I said...
Don't know about that, but is he implying that the developers just changed something because he said? That actually can't happen, by the way. He hasn't big enough platform for that for sure, but... I don't know. Unless the developers say that they're gonna change it because of him, that's kind of reachy.
Pal World was amazing. I was right about...
Wow, Pal World was amazing. What a hot take. Pal World comes out instantaneously over a day. It's absolutely ginormous and successful. Wow. Wow, such a brave thing calling it a fun game.
That. When I said that Helldivers 2 was going to get boring, I was right about that.
I can say that about any game, and I'm gonna be right at the end. Again, these are not elaborate, sophisticated takes that baseline something that is clearly visible or good. Okay, Asmongold, if you're so good at this, why did it take you 50 hours of game time to figure out that Starfield was bad? Oh, because when Starfield came out, he did not know which way the wind was blowing to say the game was good or bad. I remember watching a video of him playing, by the way, Starfield. It was great. You could tell that he was absolutely bored out of his goddamn mind in the first 2 or 3 hours, running around achieving nothing, seeing nothing, and experiencing nothing. But he was too much of a coward to say that the game was bad. Why? Because at that time, the moment Starfield released, the opinions of people were not set in stone, and the wind was not blowing in the direction Starfield 0 out of 10 crap. And he was afraid to say it. Coward.
When I said that Dragonflight was made for girls, I cannot even express how right it.
The whole of World of Warcraft is made for girls.
I was about that. I've been right about fucking everything. And so the reason why people watch me.
Also, in a general sense, yeah, World of Warcraft is made for girls. There's a lot of aspects that girls like about it. So yeah, it is definitely, without question, made for girls. And even before Dragonflight, it was already made for girls, with a female audience in mind to capture as many of them as possible. So Blizzard doing what Blizzard has already done for multiple expansions in a row, and you calling that they're not going to change their ways, not exactly a big deal.
Is because all of my opinions turn out to be true. That's the reason why.
Very cool.
So it's because I see things in a way that people, it's not, I'm not humble. Like, I'm just saying.
Yeah, we can see you're not humble.
Like, now, I've been wrong before. I have been.
This should stop surprise me, honestly, but I don't know. It still happens. Just such an absolutely astonishing rate. I literally can't even deal with it mentally, okay? Asmongold can say something, be purely 100% locked into it, and after 2 minutes, he's literally gonna completely flip-flop. I'm right about everything. I have always been right about everything. I know everything, but I am sometimes wrong. When you're doing things like this, you cannot be wrong about anything, because you always create a situation where you can just backpedal about something.
No, I was wrong. I didn't know that tea had caffeine in it. Like, now, when was I wrong?
Not surprised
I think
about
that there was like a recent wrong that I've been.
A lot? Should I check my channel?
There was an instance where I was wrong.
Ooh. The last one, what was the last one that we watched? Him completely not understanding UK politics after claiming he's an expert?
What was it? What was it? The Overwatch 1 thingy? No, I still think I was right about that. People just attached to it.
Okay, so most people consider he's... Well, admittedly, that can happen, that most people think something is wrong, but in actuality, it's right. But this is gaming, so I doubt that.
About motorcycles? No.
Motorcycles?
The website thing with Cabrutus?
No idea what that is.
I was wrong about that, but that was a technical thing. But yeah, you're right.
What do you mean, technical?
I was wrong about that.
Did he claim something and then it turns out to be the exact opposite and he's like, oh, that's just a technicality? I believe that.
I'm trying to think about what it was. Let me think. When was the last time I was really, really wrong about some kind of shit that, like, mattered, right? Like, not some, like, little minor thing.
Minor thing,
Blindfold Monster Hunter girl?
Oh, yeah, that one. I even mentioned that. Dude, I remember because I did a video about it. It was hilarious. He ate that slop right up. Oh my god, she's the bestest ever. Look at that. She's doing crazy, unbelievable things. And then the funniest part was when Carl Jobs does the expose video. He's instantaneously, oh my god, she's a cheater. Of course she is, obviously. I It's just such a great flip-flop.
Zenless Zone Zero.
The hell is that?
I think that I underestimated. I did not expect Zenless Zone Zero to be as popular as it was. And
no idea what that is.
I was very clearly wrong. I was. And I learned that I'm not the target audience for that game. Zenless Zone Zero, not a minor thing. The fun...
No idea what that is.
Not make that joke. And so anyway, so I was wrong about that. And I didn't understand the amount of audience there was for games like Persona and shit like that. I didn't get it, right?
Wait, did he seriously think Persona is a small thing? When Persona came out, the last game, bro, it swept the internet for weeks. The theme song, the memes, literally, I think it was like, it was relevant for like 2 or 3 weeks. It was insane.
And I still don't get it. But I was wrong. I was. Was popular because Horrorverse will eat any slop? Nah, because then I'm playing Honkai Impact 3rd. I don't believe that. No, it's just that, like Zenless Zone Zero's only gacha game I've been managed to be interested in. Good for you, man. But I just, I couldn't get into it. I thought it would be a flop. It made $100 million. I was wrong.
Okay. Now I couldn't. So, if he doesn't like something, it automatically is bad. Yeah, that's about what I would sadly expect from him. Okay.
But the truth is that most of the time, I've got a pretty good batting average on what I think is going to happen. And I want to tell you guys...
From all the things that he named, I also predicted everything, and I think most people predicted everything. Palworld is great. Wow, who would have expected? Helldivers 2 at some point is gonna become boring. Oh my god, does he see the future? Yeah, okay.
Guys, the reason why I know. The reason why I know what's going to happen is because I have a very good memory and I know a lot of the things that have happened. And I believe that if you know everything that has happened, you will know what will happen. Because you can evaluate
That is an absolute ludicrous level of fallacy, okay? Knowing the past gives you a perspective because the past tends to repeat. That is true. But there are a bunch of new situations that occur constantly in the world that the past doesn't actually give you any leverage over if you know it. So that's helpful, but that doesn't mean you're gonna know everything.
every circumstance, every impact, every impulse, every implication,
How can you say that? How can you say you understand everything while you're literally saying, ah, yeah, Zenless Zone Zero. I completely did not understand anything about the situation. And now you're just, fellatioing yourself right there on the spot because you know everything. It is crazy how he can just do these things. It's like he completely does not track
input, and you can determine what the outcome will be ahead of time.
False, not even remotely close to true. I wonder if he's trying to kind of incorporate the predestined universe theory here. Because that's something that I think you can see it on the internet. Who has heard of this? If you knew exactly the movement and force of every molecule in the universe, you could be able to predict the future, which means the future is predetermined. So that's kind of what he's implying here, I guess, to a degree.
And so because I remember so much shit, I think that I have a better insight than almost anybody else on what's going to be successful and what won't be. Knowledge is power. Not really.
Okay.
Well, I keep being right.
Well, yeah, if everything that you're wrong about, you find an excuse why you're still somehow magically right while calling the exact opposite,
I am. And so people get mad about that, and they say, why do they watch me? Also, because it's because I say shit that people don't want to say.
Actually, you're kind of afraid to say most shit. You're actually quite the coward. You will literally never say that Hassan's wrong about anything. You will literally never say that Pokemon's wrong about everything. You're gonna tip-tap around the subject. You never even called Mr. Beast a bad person. You just called the situation that Mr. Beast is in a bad. Quite the coward, actually.
Developers don't, other streamers don't say shit the way I say things. And that's a good thing for them. All humans have blind spots, even the smartest, and I'm no different. I make mistakes.
Just you know, just stroking yourself a little bit extra here. Okay.
Predict something now? You want me to predict something now?
Yeah, go for it. Be as vague as you can.
I think that I did earlier today. I actually already did.
There's a cut right here. Did he say something stupid?
Earlier today. I made a prediction earlier today.
Okay.
This is my prediction.
Asmongold prediction.
Sony shuts it down.
Okay. So the prediction is... So the prediction starts with, unless something that makes this untrue happens, what I say is gonna be true. I can't.
We will be playing Bloodborne on PC with 120 plus FPS.
This is a big unless. What do you mean this is a big unless? Very big, the biggest. We will be playing... the biggest unless, okay. We will be playing Bloodborne on PC, 100 plus 20 FPS before the end of the year. Hasn't there been talks about Bloodborne forever now? I mean, if you started 3 years ago and saying that a Bloodborne remake is gonna happen, you're gonna be right, because a Bloodborne remake is 100% gonna be happening. At some point, it will happen. People are begging for a Bloodborne reborn. No, not reborn, but a remake on PC.
That's before the end of the year.
And what if it happens after the end of the year? You're still going to probably call yourself right because it did happen anyway, but only not in the time that we did. What happens if it's not 120 FPS? Has there actually been a remake of any Souls game that hits 120 FPS? Don't know. But yeah, there's so many excuses how he can say that he's right. Oh, it happened, but only a year. Yeah. I also can predict that Bloodborne is gonna have a remake. Sure, why not? Everyone knows that that's happening at some point. Be it this year, next year, or 5 years in the future, it's happening.
That's my prediction right now. And if you went 6 months ago, people called me a madman. Yep, they called me a madman. Predict the presidential outcome. I think Trump's gonna win.
Okay, unless?
I think Trump's gonna win. It's gonna be really narrow, but Trump is gonna...
A presidential election in America is gonna be pretty narrow, boys. You heard it here first, boys! The presidential race is gonna be narrow. Unbelievable. Wow. How could anyone see that coming?
Gonna come out ahead. I could actually even see a case where Kamala Harris wins the popular vote by 2 million or so, like same as Hillary did. But and Trump wins the electoral college. You know, again.
Oh wow, I can predict a possibility in the future of already known possibilities of outcomes. Shit. I also can predict a future where Trump gets the popular vote and Kamala Harris wins through the college. Yeah, I also can predict that maybe is gonna happen. Like, obviously one of these outcomes is gonna happen. And if we just take a random outcome that is 100% a possibility and say that that's gonna happen, we always have the ability to just say, well, I was a little bit wrong.
And like, you know, you play capture the flag.
This is on the same level of thoughtfulness as saying the sun's gonna come up tomorrow. It probably will. Pretty safe bet.
And then you get the most kills in the game, you lose the game, you still lost the game because you're playing capture the flag, not team deathmatch. So I mean, like, again, you could talk about whether that's a good or a bad thing or not, but that's what my perspective is. I think that he's gonna win. Trump is gonna lose both. There are a
Please say maybe.
lot of things right now. That's my prediction. Now, something crazy could happen in a week and things could change.
Wait, you said at the beginning that Trump's gonna win. But now you're saying Trump's gonna lose both? And you agree?
But I think that the more, so basically, this is what I think is going to happen, is
Okay.
that Trump has already been like so highly evaluated and people have talked so much about him that everything bad that's going to come out about him already has come out about him. So like, unless something
Not a brave opinion. Yes, we know this.
weird happens, it's totally out of left field, that he hasn't had that same level of scrutiny put on him. He has. And so, like, his place right now
God, he is struggling so much.
is it's as bad as it's going to be because he's so much of a known entity, right? He can't go down any lower, but I don't think he can go up any higher either. But I think with Kamala Harris primarily, I think, runs on vibes. She does. We not going back. She's non-white. She's a female. And
Okay, if you ask Asmongold what Kamala Harris says, do you think he says black or Indian? Oh, that would be funny.
she's younger. I mean, she's 60, but she don't look 60. She looks young. And so
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Kamala Harris does not look as old as she should.
fact is that
But she's gonna start running against Trump actively. It's, stress does take a toll. Dude, Kamala is gonna deteriorate faster than Joey.
the more that you that surface level image is much more sellable than Trump is.
I don't know about that. I think people are noticing how absolutely insane their talking points are at this point. Because Trump doesn't even actually need to try too much to, prove that his opponents are completely off the rocker. For example, what was it? This happened 2 weeks ago, a week ago, or something, where Trump just used Kamala's words against her because in some speech, Kamala Harris was like, "This country is in a horrible state. 3 years ago, people, the bread was cheaper, the food was cheaper, the gases were cheaper, and that's it." And all Trump needs to do is say, "Yes, that's right," because then you took over, then you became president and vice president, and you fucked everything up. Like, she can't admit that 3 years ago life was better because that was the end of Trump and then they took over. She is literally responsible for every problem that America has faced in the past couple of years because she took over with Biden. So she can't even say that, life was better 3 years ago because if she does, Trump just crucifies her.
It is. And that's why she's doing so well in the polls. But that
Is she doing so well in the polls?
surface level image
Also, I think the average people also are completely getting disillusioned by this because it's like, okay, Biden's in office. He is in the best state of mind he has ever been. He's sharp, he's powerful, he knows what's up, and he likes chocolate chip ice cream. And the moment he is out, and Kamala is now the runner that got put in literally with no vote, the most unpopular candidate in literal fucking recent history or history in general, and she's now the front runner, and instantaneously in the day everyone switches. Yes, I'm Team Kamala. Yes, this is amazing. Yes, and even worse, now that Joe's out of the picture, everyone's like, Trump's old. Man, isn't he too old? And normal people are looking at this and like, are you fucking for real? Are you serious? Are you a complete dipshit?
every day erodes and has cracks because people ask questions. They say, what about this? What about that? So I think that she has more to lose.
That is actually accurate. Now, I don't know if he understands why it's accurate, but Kamala Harris the moment there's a script and she needs to read a script, at least she doesn't read the stop and clap part or whatever the Joey used to constantly mess up. But she can at least read the script. She can at least read the teleprompter. Now the problem starts with Kamala when she needs to go off script, because when she goes off script, when she doesn't know what the answer should be for a question because it's not premeditated, it's instantaneously just knock on wood. Completely over.
And I think that that's what's going to happen. She's coherent. She is. She's coherent. And like
The wheels on.
like to be fair, like that's what
Okay, are we done with politics, Asmongold?
every other girl, it seems like, except her. And so yeah, that's the reason why. And hey, absolutely attack her marriage. Ass like absolutely not. There's stuff if
I guess that's it. Wow. Asmongold and politics, what a mix. Anyway, bye-bye.